Okay. And we're live at motherfucking Thursday, June the 13th, approximately 8 to 9 hours ago, over in the Gulf of Oman. Somebody torpedoed and did some major blowing up of 2 oil tankers, of which one may or may not have sank. Probably not. I don't know yet. Nobody knows. Actually, people gotta know, but no one's talking right now. The news is scant. And there's not even a lot of video on it. If you go to TRT World, you can find the video of it. And if you just, whatever, go on Twitter, you'll find the fucking video of it. Anyways, what happened is about 8 hours ago, 2 oil tankers leaving Saudi Arabia carrying Japanese-owned petroleum cargo products left the Persian Gulf. And as soon as they left the Persian Gulf, the U.S. Fifth Fleet pulled out of port. They were at port. They left port around the same time when these oil tankers were moving through. And shortly thereafter, the Fifth Fleet leaving port, the 2 tankers, which was crewed by a majority of Russian sailors, Russian citizens, carrying Japanese petroleum products, were torpedoed. Torpedoed, motherfuckers. We're talking about fucking torpedoes here, man. Like, not one, but apparently one ship got hit twice and another ship got hit 3 times. And it was an attack that lasted the period of like 3 hours, I believe. And let's see, what else vitally important? Now, I mentioned that this cargo was Japanese owned. And these ships were left Saudi Arabian ports. Now, also, this happened at the exact same time that the Japanese Prime Minister was visiting Iran. Primary purpose of his mission there was to ease tensions between the U.S. and Iran. Now, yesterday, the Abe Shinzo, the Japanese Prime Minister, said everything was going well, except that Iran is not fucking going to negotiate with the USA. That was the main point of Iran, was we'll do business with Japan. Iran is like, yeah, we'll do business with Japan, but we're not going to do business with the USA. And said nothing you say is going to change any of that. So today's visit, while he was there in Tehran, was to meet with the Ayatollah Khomeini, the actual supreme leader of Iran. And the news reports is that everything was going peachy between the Japanese Prime Minister Abe Shinzo and the Ayatollah Khomeini of Iran. There's nobody out there. Just barking dogs. Our dogs have been extra barky lately. Anyways, so while everything with negotiating was going well, trade being done, we're talking food and medical technology and factories and just normal business stuff that nations do with each other. The reports was that everything was going well, and the Iran's willing to negotiate with anybody that's not a backstabbing whore like America. And anyways, during all of that stuff, these 2 oil tankers got hit one ship 3 times, one ship twice. And this is, like I said, these ships were crewed by predominantly Russians. So ships carrying Japanese cargo leaving Saudi Arabia, crewed by Russians, are getting torpedoed like 10, 15 miles off the coast of Iran. And suspiciously, right after the U.S. Fifth Fleet left port is when that all happened. I want to know the exact time the Fifth Fleet left their port. I want to know how long they were out on the open waters. I want to know where the fucking oil tanker I want to see their flight, their selling schedule, to see when they got through the Strait of Hormuz. all of that stuff. And the fact that they were leaving the Saudi Arabia port, also highly suspicious. So that's just the facts that we have. All 44 crew members from both ships were safely evacuated, only one injured, I believe. Now it's time for the conjecture and oh, one other fact. Pompeo just came out and said it's absolutely Iran. Already, Pompeo's like, it's Iran. Iran did it all. Iran's responsible for the rain in Spain.
Iran so far away.
Iran ran so far away. It's all Iran's fault, apparently, according to Pompeo, even though all of this shit just happened and the entire world is like saying, we don't know what happened. Pompeo's out there saying, Iran did it. They're the only ones coming out saying who did what. Everybody else is like, hey, torpedoes on civilian ships, we need to investigate. And suspiciously, the Fifth Fleet is saying they're out there investigating everything and collecting all the evidences from the torpedoes, and they think it might be anti-ship magnetic mines that were used. Oh, I don't know. It doesn't matter because you get the same results either way, whether it's a torpedo. The problem is if it's like magnetic mines, it's very possible that divers could have been in placing the mines. And that would mean one of two agencies only to do that, either the fucking Israelis or the U.S. Navy SEALs. If it was torpedoes, then it was straight up a U.S. Navy SEAL attack, because they're the only ones that would be able to get like to the tankers from the Fifth Fleet vessels, like on smaller vessels, like a submarine maybe over there, or it could have been a submarine attack because they got torpedoes. So maybe a submarine torpedo. I don't think that's it. Hey, Melissa. Oh, see, Melissa already heard about it. Yeah, it's all over the news. It's freaking everywhere, like left, right, like even the crazy news is reporting almost the exact same thing that normal news outlets are reporting. Like I was reading like the Daily Star out of the UK or some crazy shit like that, and even they were reporting the same thing that like the mainstream news was reporting. So that's what's going on today. And the very suspicious that the first person that comes out to say anything is Pompeo blaming Iran. That's the first thing. There is actually, Russia already came out before Pompeo and said, of course America's going to blame Iran. America always blames Iran. Well, they really, because like the USA and Iranian navies are out there, I don't know, dick waving, I guess, saying they're trying to get the evidences and stuff, because it's a shallow gulf there, so they got to send divers down. So you got a bunch of diving operations happening, and the USA says they're going to collect the pieces of either the torpedoes or mines that were used to blow up the ships. So there's that. And I don't know what else. Let's see. But yeah, Pompeo just came out and was like, yep, it's Iran. Iran did it all. But yeah, this stuff only happened like 8 hours ago. And what I hate is that there's not a lot of video footage. TRT, I think, which is I think that's an Iranian actual news broadcast, like TV style. So, but my conjecture is that either Israel and the USA, either, the Mossad or whatever their Navy branch of special forces are, or the US Navy SEALs or a US submarine was given orders to shoot those things, which leads you to ask the questions like, I don't think it was a submarine. It has to be like an elite SEAL team, because only zealots would do this kind of stuff. U.S. zealots or Israeli zealots. It's not going to be your regular forces, because if you're in the regular Navy and stuff, that's a war crime. That's a war crime. Okay. So regardless of whatever else, it's a war crime to intentionally fire upon civilian vessels. That's a war crime. It doesn't matter if they're your enemy civilian vessels. That's still a war crime. Nobody is allowed to blow up civilian vessels in shipping lanes on the open sea. That's just a big no-no for everybody. So only zealots would do something like this. So it's either the Navy SEALs or Israeli Special Forces. That's the only two groups that are batshit crazy enough to do something like that, to do war crimes like that. So anyways, this is probably the beginning of a World War III type of a deal. I think this right here is World War III level of starting events right now. It's worse than the Gulf of Tonkin type of stuff. It's an actual torpedoing of civilian tankers. Oh, hey, what no one might be noticing because of all of this crazy shit happening is Turkish bases in Idlib are getting fired upon, and Russia just sent 2 huge ass boats full of Russian tanks to Syria. So those will probably be in Syria tomorrow or something. So this is like World War level of events going on. I mean, just yesterday, I think I told you about how Israel was blowing up the radar dishes over on the east of the Golan Heights. Man, I'm hungry again, but it's lunchtime, so I guess that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Is it bad of me if I just eat ramen?
No.
Did you want ramen?
I'm not hungry right at the moment, but thank you.
Okay. Because I don't feel like cooking, really.
Okay. Make ramen.
Just ramen's not really cooking. So I think this is World War III. Oh yeah, Trump said that like the UN's having a closed door meeting so they can blame Iran behind closed doors and say it's Iran, so far away. So keep your eyes on the balls, not my balls. Don't worry, they're freshly shaved balls, but the war balls. I would say, hey, here's one for you. Gas prices are already up 4%. So go fill up your gas tanks of all your vehicles and any extra fuel cans you have laying around. So go fill up all the fuel you can get right now.
Check it out. I found my glasses.
The gas prices are already starting to skyrocket because of this. Just some background information. Hey there.
Hi.
I saw your glasses earlier. So just so you know, the Strait of Hormuz, the Persian Gulf, and the Gulf of Oman, 1/3 of the world's oil supplies go through there. So gas prices, crude oil prices are already up between 3 and 4%, depending on what markets you're looking at. That's only going to keep going up. So everybody, you might as well cancel your summer travel plans because shit ain't going to happen.
Oh, I'm just looking at the difference about the glasses.
But what do you think? I think, what else was I going to add to that? So there's a UN meeting going on probably as we speak. But Pompeo's already out accusing Iran. Just so you know, hey, she said you look good in the glasses.
Oh, thank you.
So that's happening. That's a happening thing. I think everything's going according to plan here. We're just living life and all. Yeah. I'm just not going to focus on our personal life because who cares right now? We're doing international war stuff, so that's way more enjoyable. But this looks like a World War III level of event, I'm thinking. Like, because Now they got exploding, burning tankers, which is what Americans love to see, is death and carnage and stuff. So they're going to use this incident to gin up the public. You also got to remember, Trump is behind in all the polls right now, and there's only one thing an American president can do to get their poll numbers up, is to go blow some shit up, because that's what Americans are really into, the American civilian voters. Because remember, most of us pirates, we don't like vote because it's fake, right? It's fake voting. It's all crooked. It's all rigged. We ain't gonna vote for some rich motherfucker. It doesn't care what party they're in. If they're a rich motherfucker, don't be fucking fake voting for that shit. That's a waste of time.
So I heard a song that's from the 80s that uses the word Trump that doesn't mean like what we think of now, which is pretty cool. It's the Toy Dolls, Nellie the Elephant. And it's Nellie the Elephant packed a trunk and said goodbye to the circus. Off she went with a trumpety trump, 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 trump. Like that.
Okay. So let's see. I'm pretty sure that's all I got. We'll probably be back later today. I just also want to let all my stalkers know that we're live streaming secretly all day, every day. And everything that happens on this premises is recorded and uploaded to the internet, both audio and video. There is no escaping the surveillance. If you want to live in a fucking shithole fascist police state, well, guess what? You're going to get your shithole fascist face all recorded every time you fuck with me. So I just wanted to put that out there. And other than that, I love all you pirates. Stay pirated up. Stock up on some fucking gasoline like now. Like
but
right
use it up fast because it doesn't last too long.
No, it'll last like if you keep it jiggled up, it'll be okay. The way you also get around that, Trump means fart. The way you get around, like if you do gotta use your gas does go stale, so but it'll last for like a month. So stockpile enough gas to get you through this month. You know what I'm saying? Like just top off, because it's going to be more expensive soon. Like really soon. The food situation in America keeps burning down all the wheat crops in Iraq and Syria. So I don't know. You might want to buy. Oh, the grain futures are already going up too. So you might want to stock up on a bag of wheat or flour or something like that. Wheat, of course, but
go along in grain puts.
Yeah, like soybeans and corn. The farmers are they keep getting rain. It hasn't stopped raining in the Midwest. Like even yesterday, it was a big red angry blob of rain, like all through Wisconsin and Michigan and Iowa.
Didn't God promise he wasn't going to do that anymore?
He said with
the rainbow thing and stuff.
No, he said the whole world. And they made the rainbow thing about gays. So God's like, well, fuck you. Floods you get. Right? Because the gays.
These floods are because of the gays.
Yeah. Good job, Melissa. She said she's going to the gas station. You see, the reason God's going to flood the earth or is flooding the earth again, it's because the gays stole his rainbow and God hates gays. So he's going to flood the world again only so he can reconquer his rainbow and say, see, it's about floods, not...
Because he's pretty sure gays can't swim.
Right. So, well, not if they're fucking soy boys and stuff. They don't have any body fat, do they?
Well,
they'd sink.
Not all soy boys are. Wait, what were we talking about?
Floods and sinking the.
Not all soy boys are floods.
Yes, but can you build a house out of them?
Sure.
Okay. If anybody knows how to use Twitter, let me know, because I'm trying to find how to set a hashtag to follow and I can't figure that out. Oh, there's other news that's happening today. I think maybe Google torpedoed the ships to cover up the fact, like not Google. Maybe it was Google. No, Twitter sunk. They shot the ships because Twitter just deleted 1,000 so-called Iranian accounts for the crime of saying things. Now, I want you to realize.
You mean like shoot the ship?
Yeah. Like, I want you to realize we live in a fascist shithole where a fucking company, aka Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Google, they're deleting people's accounts for the crime of speaking. Now, it doesn't matter what they're saying, it's just words, and they're deleting they're shutting down the free flow of speech under the pretext of protecting the sensitive idiot fucking children of America from getting fake news, or as we like to call it, alternative viewpoints. So Americans are no longer allowed to see what Iran has to say because the US government has decided that they're going to censor you and not let you see what Iranians or Russians or anybody else is saying. Oh, hey, also this one, I forgot to mention. If you're on YouTube's a lot, you notice how they started putting those little banners underneath news channels on YouTube saying, this is a state-funded media. Please exercise caution when subjecting your sensitive little eardrums to these foreigners and their lying whore faces or something like that. They have banners that say that. Anyways, you can spot the fake YouTube channels. Like there's fake Russian channels. They're actually
Going over there.
okay.
Okay.
Be careful.
Good to talk to you. Bye.
Like, so there's fake Russian YouTube channels and there's fake Iranian YouTube channels. They're actually CIA operated channels pretending to be Russian or Iranian or edgy and alternative, like Zero Hedge. That's the CIA. It's just controlled opposition. All of that kind of stuff. All of your so-called alternative media on YouTube, it's fake. It's CIA owned. But you can tell the fake international channels because if you look at their channel videos and underneath it, if there's no banner saying that it's foreign media, it means it's a CIA channel trying to pretend that it's a foreign channel. Otherwise, it would have a banner saying it was funded by a foreign government. So just so you know, that's how you spot fake foreign channels on YouTube. Let me see what else is there. I think that's it. I'm gonna go offline. Oh, I can show you the place where I hang out. I when I'm not live streaming, I hang out with total nutters. Well, mostly total nutters. I don't know. I guess I shouldn't call them all total nutters. They all got their.
Watching, you don't know.
They just hang out with them because there's nothing else on YouTube, so why not? You know, they're the only people out there saying stuff. Oh God, it's gonna lag so bad when I click on this shit.
You know?
Stop. There we go. It's stop. So if you want to see the, actually, I shouldn't even tell people who I hang out with because our stupid stalkers will know who I hang out with then, and then they stalk me over to the other places. Anyways, you can find me on the internet if you are smart enough. I'm usually out on the nutter channels, like the people like the Grand Solar Minimums, the Flat Earthers, the Electric Universe peoples, but just the regular hangouts, the super Jew lovers, the Jew lovers, like all the nutters, and not the religious and fake atheist communities. I don't hang out there anymore because they blocked me, but these other nutters, they haven't blocked me, and they actually conversations, and we can disagree and stuff. And they probably call me a nutter too, and that's okay. I can handle it. You know what I'm saying? But let's see. And they do a lot of just BS streaming, and it's a lot of petty bullshit. But I go in there and I inform people what's going on, and you know, you can find me there. I'm gonna put it here, and then I'm gonna delete it. So so you can, if anybody's watching, they can follow me there. There it is. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. So, so maybe my spies were able to pick that up, maybe not. Don't know. Boy, we can only. Why does it say that? I don't know. But that's what I got. I'm going to go make some ramen because I'm a fatty McFatterson. And thanks for hanging out. You're cool. You gave me information, so that makes you cool, Melissa. Are you stuck in the fucking slave job today, or are you off work and stuff? You got a hot date for later? Huh? Hey, we are free. He already knows. Yeah, no, I see you over there all the time. Well, not all the time, but when you're there, I see you. Thanks, dudes. So that's what I got for the day. I'm going to quit this. Everybody can watch it, and it's not like all long and just me rambling on about not much at all. And awesome day off time. Hey, drink waters. It's super hot where you're living, like ultra hot, like record highs and stuff, and stifling air. So drink fluids, and I'll see you guys later.